coming up against Syrup and his divine Ness.
You know, I'm just going to give it the analogy that I always do. I love Haven as a person. He's one of my favorite people to talk to. I'm always so happy to see him. I hate every character he plays. I hate Corrin. I hate Wario. I hate Kazuya.
True, okay.
But in all joking aside, what I like about Haven is that he's always retooling and able to make things work. Like, he's always been a guy that's played a lot of different characters, and I like that he doesn't like to, kind of corner himself in one box. And having a combination of Corrin and Wario really isn't a bad combination. And historically speaking, this matchup's always been bad for Ness. Ness always struggles against swords. This matchup was a hot joke in Smash 4. In a game where Ness really got power crept by DLC. Definitely not as bad as it was in this game. Just because Corrin isn't necessarily as oppressive as a character, and Ness has a lot more options to help him get out of this advantage that he didn't have in previous games. And Syrup has been a top 5 player in New Jersey since we returned to offline. So, he's definitely nobody to scoff at here. So, that being said, though, again, Haven is the people's champion. I would not be surprised to see this go either way for either player. But right now, again, both players keeping it real close.
What's been sticking out to me right at the start of this game is just how committed Haven is to trying to stay below Ness. Yeah, which is amazing game plan thus far. Like, you can space out with back air when you're on even playing fields, but as soon as Syrup wants to play around on these platforms with like double jump PK fire shenanigans, that's when the up airs come out, and that's when all of that game plan can start. Unfortunately, is a big difference from Smash 4 to present. Corrin, just a lot slower.
Yeah, no, it's tough. Who would have thunk if you don't wear shoes, you can't run as fast?
Ooh, get some shoes.
Yeah, but again, the hitboxes aren't as oppressive and dangerous. What really made Corrin a menace is the mess with that it felt like Nair lasted forever. It felt like up air lasted forever. Corrin had a lot of tools to set up into those follow-up moves.
And to be fair, they still do. Corrin Nair is still pretty crazy, able to combo into fair at almost all percents. And back air is still an insane button. Pin still covers a decent amount of space.
Yes.
It just feels like Corrin is playing a naturally more sluggish game, while Ness, on the flip side, turns up the jet so hard, and you see that probably best with Syrup, with so much of this PSI magnet movement and utility. It's almost always keeping Haven on the back foot.
Yeah, what's always been a calling card in Syrup's arsenal is that Syrup has phenomenal punish game. All it really takes is one opening, and Syrup is able to capitalize on it. You see the back throw going to kill off the top right there. So, and again, while Haven is keeping it within, giving himself a puncher's chance, Syrup's done a really good job at least holding on to the lead. Pin right to the face, though, that will take the stock. But like you mentioned, I do like you mentioned the speed aspect of it, because again, that's what Ness has in this matchup that he didn't have previously, is the ability to do things like this, where you're able to pick up the speed of the game. You might be dead here. Corrin's recovery is also not as good as it was in the previous game.
You just need one trade. Unfortunately, Syrup did not get it, which means you're eating a ton of these aerial buttons, able to find a plat drop drag down up air, which, crazy that is crazy that's a tool in Syrup's arsenal and in Ness's arsenal, but you still gotta find ways past this disjoint. Oh, Haven missing, overshooting with that dash grab. Oh my god, I almost catching with the same kind of setup earlier. Ooh. Unfortunately, you missed one grab, and that lone missed grab set up for a down tilt for Haven, and now you got to contest with Corrin's extremely solid up air. It doesn't sound like it should take stocks, but oh baby, it does.
Yeah, no, that move is messed up.
Yeah,
take a look at the exchange here, like you mentioned, goes for the down throw. Syrup just, again, going to try to mash his way down, but Haven doing the smart thing, just jumping to the platform and hitting him with the up air. So,
just to put it into perspective, right? Those big arcing up airs, there's only a few characters with those up airs, right? You think that are disjoints. Sephiroth, who's obscenely slow, but also twice the range, and he's DLC. He's allowed that. Sora, who is slightly better, which is slightly better because it's slightly more spammable.
Yep.
Robin, who has a timer on how many times they can use it.
Yeah.
And Corrin. There's a reason there's only really 4 characters with this up air, and that's because it's absurd at everything it does.
Yeah, I think I run faster than all those characters. I'm wearing steel-toed shoes right now. So.
But I mean, that's the difference maker that Syrup needs to turn, put to tune to turn on the Jets and to catch Haven jumping once more. But the disjoint on that uppie will do enough to get Haven back, but not back to stage. Just barely back to ledge, assuming he can hit one of these techs.
They're able to, wow, 0 to death.
In the most Ness fashion, right? It's like, I get my early combo, put you on ledge for another 50, and then back throw at 110.
Yeah.
GG's.
Yeah, it's like a turbo deck equivalent of Ness. Just like all the essential food groups are right there for you. And hey, Syrup has been awakened here, man. He is playing angry.
Just getting so many of these reads. Just the little feints on ledge are so good from Syrup. And then PK Thunder's tail doing the work. Unnecessary, but damn, does it feel good.
Why do you gotta do my boy like that, man? Come on. Yeah, you can tell Syrup's definitely playing a step faster right now. He's looking awfully solid in the ledge. Again, like we mentioned, Syrup's punish game is one of the calling cards is what makes him such a great player. He's so good at being able to take that smallest opening possible and opening it up into what has been a 2-stock, lead here. We're not even, a little bit more than a minute into the game.
I mean, we're just reaching a minute 30, and 3 stocks are dropped to a 2-1 advantage by Syrup right now, who I completely agree with, Koopa. He's just been kicking up the Jets and turning on all of his arsenal. That B-reverse PK Fire to catch a jump in, playing around these platforms so well, and grab after grab in the corner here, Koopa. It just keeps turning into so much advantage. Getting back air on a jump, calling out another PK Fire. The PK Fire activation almost causing a gimp there from Haven, but he chases him down and finds the back throw. Not going to do it quite yet, but I mean, writing's on the wall.
Yeah, this is looking like a wash right now. There you go, the upper will connect. And again, that's real zoomed in camera. My God.
He had a good look.
Yeah, I can see his thoughts right now. Real time, like.
Yeah, if anybody was wondering what color eyes Syrup had, you can find out right now.
Enhance.
Magnify.
Yeah, take a look at the highlights here. Again, that spike's so disrespectful, but feels good.
Feels good.
If you're always looking for how players respond to those situations where they lose, again, a little bit of a slower game. Syrup got caught mashing, and Haven, made him pay for it with a stock in the game, and Syrup responding immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, definitely nothing to scoff at here. Again, that just speaks for the level of play of how solid everyone is here. Syrup's gotten 2 top 8s at major tournaments this summer, at Shine and at Apex. So
and at Get On My Level.
And Get On My Level. So, he's
3 of them things.
Yeah, he's good.
He's pretty good.
And Haven took a game off of him. Haven's also good. Everyone's really good.
These players are gaming, and we get the switch over to the Wario. And Haven, Wario does... It's almost similar, right? Because in the way that Corrin, you would think you would be able to slow down the game and just play with this disjoint, go air-to-air with Ness so reliably. Wario can kind of do that, but in a different way where you can still match pace and to match it more flexibly. And I think flexibility is going to be the name of this Game 3 on Battlefield, assuming you can establish yourself on stage at all. But Syrup's ledge trapping has been really excellent.
Yeah, the rough part about this matchup is just having to play in Ness's wheelhouse the way that Wario does. It's just so dangerous because hit for hit, I just feel like Ness kind of outclasses them. And there you go. That's been a very reliable kill option for Syrup. Get up attack or get up option was red, and then just charge the up smash or down smash and call it a stock. So
it's for Haven here. I think your win condition not only becomes the fact that you can, you are able to play around some of Ness's airspace a little bit better, maybe get a couple solid hits, nairs and up airs to do plenty of damage, but you have that X factor, you have that waft, and so you need to make this game go long without feeling like it goes wrong. Like, make sure you get like a waft here before Syrup is able to just totally steamroll you with just these same traps over and over again, Koopa.
There you go. The back hit in there is going to connect right there. PK Fire is going to connect. Good get up attack right there from Haven. Again, the often forgotten option, when you're on disadvantage at the ledge, just kind of hit yourself. And there we go. Reading, probably anticipating a grab there. Syrup doing the smart thing and, charging the up smash to beat out the spot dodge. So Syrup has generated, again, a second 2-stock 6-1 lead here. The wheels have fallen off for Haven here so far.
Yeah, nothing really kind of going towards Haven's way at the moment. Lots of opportunities, but it feels like always Syrup has the right answer for the situation. Like with that spot dodge call out earlier, able to get the forward tilt to close out the stock, but you see consistent Ness things like, oh, drag down fair grab, but Syrup knows, hey, grab might not close out the stock, but up smash certainly will.
Yeah, buddy. All right. Let's see what the option is going to be here. Last hit in there is going to connect, but unfortunately, Haven not going to get the good hit there to extend that combo.
Just doing little bits of damage here and there. You need to find one of these late nair openers, a falling up air in the corner. You're about at waft percent with the rage you get plus the damage you get off a falling up air, but at the wrong positioning for that one to convert. Oh, wait, that hit?
Oh, Lord. That was gross.
Ness's shoulders must be double jointed because he'd be reaching back.
It's like, hey guys, want to see what I can do with this quarter?
Want to see what look at this cool trick?
Yeah, disgusting. All right, well there we go. Again, kind of a rough scenario right there. Haven going for the down air and is gonna get caught by that up air again. Sheesh, right? You know, again, kind of poetic. You know, Haven won that first game with an up air. You know, kind of got stuck mashing a disadvantage, and you know, now Haven unfortunately trying to go for a follow up, gonna miss, and then you know Haven or Syrup gonna be right there to get the KO and the follow-up. So, you know, what was a quick, you know, pretty solid game 1 win for Haven. You're probably thinking, you know, maybe this isn't Syrup's week this week. Syrup wins in dramatic fashion in subsequent games. Yeah, so
in dominant fashion, even like just showing.
Oh, just what, sub 130?
Yeah,
Ew.
You know, been doing it for over a decade, Koopa. We've got to be used to it by now. Over 2 decades. God help us all.
That's literally 1984.
Like, you know, for real. But what it feels like is Haven kind of fell into the gut, into the pit of, hey, I'm down a stock early. Syrup was able to erase stock 1 for 2 games in a row. I need to make start happening. I need to go in. I need to push. I need to press advantage. I need to start making things work and start forcing things where they aren't.
Yep.
And Syrup ate him alive for it.
Yeah. All right, folks. So I hope you guys enjoyed that set, but now we got to do our due diligence and pay the bills. First things first, I hope you guys should definitely do yourself a favor. Sign up for Collision 2023 happening at the Sheraton Parsippany. I've had several at Christmas party there.